Swamin namaste natalokabandho karunya sindho patitam bhavabdho mamuddharatmiya kataksha drishtya rijvyati karunya sudhabhivrishtya. Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste, Swamin namaste. Satchidananda Rupaya Vyapine Paramatmane Namah Shri Gurunathaya Prakashanandamurtaye Satyanandaswarupaya Bodhaika Sukhakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Yasya Prasadad Ahameva Sarvam Mayyeva sarvam parikalpitam cha itham vijanami sadatma rupam tasyangri padmam pranatosmi nityam tasyangri padmam pranatosmi nityam. I prostrate at the holy lotus feet of Sri Guru. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. So I think very common quest is how to apply this knowledge in day-to-day life, and that is what I keep on discussing. I think in all my lectures, sometimes I feel that I am saying the same thing and everybody is thinking why Ma tells the same thing again and again. So at times in my online lecture I also say that I will tell the same thing again and again because you all people do not remember. If you had practiced, and I would have been satisfied, just like our children, they do homework, they do classwork, and we are satisfied that they are studying. I'm not satisfied that you are remembering. Remembering, not only remembering, you are applying it to your lives. So, naturally, the human mind is such. If we learn a poem, if we don't recite it few times, can continue reciting it, we'll forget it. Even when we were children and we were studying, say, many sums, we'll be given similar sums to be practiced so that we master it, right from our childhood. So practicing is very, very important. And I think my whole life has been a query how to relate this and implement this knowledge so that the whole life becomes a connection with the Supreme, connection with the Self, connection with one's own Antaratma, and that is never lost. So in our cases, what happens is that we get that touch sometimes, and it gets lost. Now, how to attain that? Yesterday, I took a sloka from Bhagavad Gita, the 6.22, where Krishna is telling that there is a state attaining which you will find that you will feel that there is nothing more to be attained. That is the supreme and the superior, most superior. And remaining in that state, even if there is a huge calamity, you will never be affected or afflicted. I think this is enough for us to be interested in pursuing this path. And also, Krishna says, see, our life is full of activity. Now, Krishna doesn't tell us to go away to the forest and pursue this path. Just like he is telling Arjuna that you have to fight. Arjuna was saying that I would like to go away. I cannot fight. It's better to become a sannyasi and run away from the scene. So he is saying that no, nobody can stay without doing actions. So this is your dharma, this is your swadharma, and you have come here for that. So you must act. And what was his action? His action was to fight. And we are not fighting such battles, but we are fighting battles in our lives. Every day is a fight. Even if it is not a fight actually with somebody, punching somebody in the face, we are fighting with our own minds. Expectations will not be fulfilled. What expectations? It may be huge expectations of earning more money, having a better house or a better car. And more than that is the expectation that people will like me, people will love me, people will tell me good words, people will appreciate me, be considerate to me, people will understand me. My husband should understand me, wife should understand me, they don't understand. And when the children grow up, children don't understand. And what do the children say? Our parents don't understand, right? So these are the expectations every human being has to every day undergo. And this is the battle of our life, because we become affected by them, that battle. So Krishna is saying, in many words, he says, my dear Arjuna, you can have prasadam, placidity of the mind. When we have battle in the mind, what is the battle? What we wish we are not getting, right? We are wishing something. It may be a very subtle thing. We are not getting it. That is the battle. We get disturbed, we get agitated, we cry, weep, and or blame somebody. These are the things which disturb our mind. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that, my dear Arjuna, you will have placidity of the mind. Prasadam. Prasadam you will get. What is that prasadam? If you are in the active life, all of us are in the active life, how can we get prasadam, the placidity? Because we find that whenever we are in activity, we are either happy by its success, or we are unhappy by the failure, or whatever we wanted, it did not happen like I wanted. Like Swamiji was saying, anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha. Sometimes it will be, the result will be what we want. Sometimes it will be what we do not want. And sometimes it will be partially so. This is what the life brings us. So, Krishna says you will be always in activity and you will still get prasadam, remaining in the midst of all kinds of objects, people, surroundings, situations, in your mind, thoughts, viewpoints, ideas, everything. You'll still be having placidity of the mind if you can have evenness for likes and dislikes. Rāga, dveṣa. What is rāga? Rāga is the attraction. And dveṣa is repulsion. So, for anything that happens with us, the situations, either we like it or we dislike it. Either we are attracted to it or we are repelled by it. So he says that this samatva buddhi you must have. Swamiji is talking on samatva buddhi. So this samatva buddhi, that somehow we must train our mind not to get too elated by rāga and not to get too depressed by dveṣa. That is, not to get too elated by happiness and not to get too depressed by unhappiness. So rāga, dveṣa, viyuktaihi. Viyukta means detached from it. Generally we are having both, because every object, our sense organs, when it goes to the corresponding object, it gives us two things, rāga or dveṣa. That is happiness or unhappiness. So if we can train our mind, and now how to train the mind, that also we'll have to understand. Okay. So we are talking in detail about that. How to train the mind. Next, see, when we ask questions, you should write your questions. If I were you, and I were you, miss? I was you. Huh? I also attended Swamiji's lectures like this. And when I came to the ashram at his feet, I was not even a sannyasi. I left my household and came and to serve Swamiji. I had no expectation even to listen, attain jnana, nothing. I just wanted to serve my Guru. And Swamiji said that, simply forget about it. Yesterday I said, you don't do anything, because I used to pester. Whenever questions he would say, ask me question, I would pester with questions, which was for me life and death. So, but when I served the Guru, Swamiji said that, 12 years of sadhana will be done in 12 months in the Guru's association, close association. You just observe me and serve the whole ashram, thinking that it is me. And also, it will be, you will find that whatever has to come to you, like osmosis, it will flow to you. This happens for every human being in the association of parents, is it not? From parents, we automatically get their good qualities. With the teachers, like an osmosis, it's not that we have to try a lot. We observe the good qualities and it comes to us. Similarly, when we are at the Guru's feet or close association, it will happen. So, this rāga dveṣa viyuktaistu, when we are, I was telling that if I were you, then I would have written down a question. How do we get over this rāga and dveṣa? None of you will write. None of you will ask a question. It is very, very essential that you simply don't listen. There are, in the Shastras it is there. As you are hearing, so should you reflect along with it. It's not that you go back home and then start reading again and then start reflecting. So, you get it? It's very, very important. As soon as you are hearing something or reading something, the reflection should start. That, what does it mean? Can we become rid of rāga and dveṣa? Can we go beyond rāga and dveṣa? How do we do it? It's a question. It is a very, I think that this question is very, very important. Because this is what our life is. Constantly we are either becoming happy or becoming unhappy. So, if the Bhagavad Gita is saying that there is a state where we can go beyond rāga and dveṣa, how to do it? In our day-to-day active life, where we are spending maybe some time, maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hours or maximum 2 hours in our spiritual or devotional disciplines, rest of the time we are in worldly activities. How in that worldly activities we go beyond rāga and dveṣa? And to be truly speaking, this worldly activity alone gives us enough opportunity to go beyond rāga and dveṣa. You understand? Because then only we meet so many people, so many kinds of nature, so many kinds of behavior, our own nature, which is sometimes very will react very fast, without not having poise, not having this patience, not having tolerance. If somebody has told, and I also want to say, we went to Purnashram, so I was giving lectures in Bengali. So very, village women, they are very interested in hearing these things. They say, we have never heard these things. We only know that we have to look after our families. Can we think like this? And Swamiji is now taking Bhagavad Gita with them. So in Bengali. So I was giving this kind of an example that if somebody tells us anything without any, we just want to say so many other things to hurt the person. So one lady was saying, yes, ma, We just close our eyes and say whatever comes to the mind to hurt the person. And feel very happy. And after going home, we feel that we could have said these also. That is very true. And those who cannot say like this, they will feel that, oh, why is it that I am so timid? Why is it that I am so weak? Why I couldn't say this? What the person deserves. So, but there is a state where you can go beyond it. It's not that you will not have rāga and dveṣa. It's not that. See, when something is very good, the other day Ravi took me to what is that? Sharman's garden. Because from last year he has been saying Ma is very fond of flowers, and so I want to take you, but last time it didn't happen. So this time, from the very first day he is trying, and I think we went on 10th. And in this heat, it was 1:30, but I really enjoyed all the flowers. And so when we see something very good, we will have attraction, right? We need not have possessiveness. That as soon as you see, you pluck it and you want to have it. It's not like that. So I was telling, the other day we were going somewhere in the car. Here I like certain things very much. I wrote to the ashram, to our brahmacharinis yesterday, that when you go by even the highways and all that, there are houses and hedges. In the hedges there will be sometimes, red color bougainvillea or a big hibiscus tree full with flowers. We cannot even count, I think. So I was trying to give a description. So when we see that, we feel so happy that nature's beauty, and the thought comes that how nature what all he has thought, how beautifully he has made, and at the same time he has made so many creatures which we don't like, right? Just like we don't like some people also. So it is like that. So I was telling Swamiji that, Swamiji, when we see these flowers, there is I think it must be some Bengali poets, maybe Tagore, I don't remember. One phrase is there. The Bonnera bone sundar shishura matrikrore. That is the wild flowers or the wild animals who live in the forest, they are beautiful in their own setting. So as the children are beautiful in their mother's lap. As the children are most beautiful when the mother carries the child, similarly, then whatever nature has made, it looks beautiful in their setting. So when we look at the flowers, just feel the touch of nature. How variety, so much variety. I was telling Ravi the other day that is what the Brahman felt, that I want to be many. And he became many in so many varieties, so many, human beings of natures and flowers, trees, rivers, everything, the butterflies, everything is so different and there are thorns. See, there are thorns in the rose. Every day some people are bringing rose. You should see my room, full of flowers only, because some people know that I like flowers. So every day they are getting flowers from me. So there is no space on my table to even keep my books and read. So today Nikita was saying, shall I shift certain things from your table? So the rose, you see, the rose is so beautiful, but it has thorn with it, right? Similarly, the lotus, it comes in the slush, but it is so beautiful. So both come together, and we should be able to see nature's hand in both. That is what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Where is those slokas gone? I always anyway. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that in everything it is me alone. The person who is seeking or who is devoted should see me in everything. And why Krishna is saying me? It is not the Krishna, the picture that we make of Krishna. You should be very clear about that. When we say Krishna, we feel that Krishna smiling, very beautiful smile, the blue color, the yellow dress with the flute and all that. Or the Krishna who is the charioteer of Arjuna. He is that. But why, here in Bhagavad Gita, when he says me or I, who is that? It's not that human Krishna. He has become one with the knowledge. Tattva. The other day, Swamiji was saying that there is a shloka, Badanti tat tattva vidaha tattvam yat jnanam abhyayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. What is it? Vadanti tat tattva vidaha. Tattva vidaha. What is tattvavit? Tattvavit is the one who knows the tattva. What is the tattva? Tattva is that self is one. Brahman is one. It is all pervading, it is the same. It is advayam jnanam. One without a second. It is not, if we say one, then a thought of second comes. 2, 3, 4, all that come. So it is always said, it is advayam jnanam. It is one without a second. So the tattva vidaha is plural. That is, those who have realized the tattva, that this body is different from the soul. Soul is changeless, imperishable, and immortal. And the body is what? Changeful, perishable, mortal. And the same soul is everywhere. There is no differentiation. The Tattvavits have realized it, they have become it, they live it. Okay, we are also saying how we can live every moment this knowledge. So they have become that knowledge. So vadanti means they say, who say? The Tattvavits, they say that this knowledge is advayam jnanam. It is only one without a second. And that knowledge itself is what? Some call it Brahman, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, some call it Paramatma, and some call it Bhagavan. So, whether we think of Krishna in the Bhagavan form, or we think of the Nirakara Brahman form or self form, it is the same. There should not be any confusion. So here, Krishna is saying I, because he has become one with that knowledge. He is a Tattvavit. And all realized persons are Tattvavit. So, this says rāga dveṣa viyuktaistu. Now, I come back to the shloka again, 2.64, in the second chapter, 64th shloka. So, he is saying that, Arjuna, you will have placidity of mind, even if you are in the midst of so many objects, situations, etc., etc. But if you have practiced to go beyond rāga and dveṣa, happiness or unhappiness, attraction or repulsion, and atmavashyehi vidheyatma, and you will be able to go beyond attraction, repulsion, only when you have restrained your mind and your senses. Right? Because rāga, if we don't restrain our minds and senses, it will always, then our sense organs will take us to objects of short-lived pleasures, which will not allow us to go beyond this rāga and dveṣa. It is always taking us. They are very, very cunning, clever, naughty. If we are not very, very alert to restrict them, they will take us somewhere. I will tell in this some shloka from Vivek Chudamani, which is very good. See, so Krishna is telling, Rāgadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyais charan. Let your sense organs be in the midst of all kinds of objects, situations, etc., thoughts. But if you are restrained in the mind, restrained in the senses, and you have learned how to go beyond rāga and dveṣa because of those restraints, you will have placidity of mind naturally. If we have attraction or repulsion, suppose we have attraction for something. Say, I like this flask very much. So my mind is thinking, I must buy it, I must buy it, I must buy it. And I cannot buy it somehow. What will happen? I'll be disappointed. It is a very small thing, a small example I have taken, but it can be huge. So what happens by rāga and dveṣa is that either we are able to fulfill our wish, then we are happy. If you are not able to fulfill our wish, then what happens? We are disappointed. Another thing happens that if we are constantly under the sway of rāga and dveṣa, there is a fear in the mind that suppose I do not get what I want, and suppose I get what I don't want. And if I get also, suppose I get, there will always be a fear of losing it. And suppose I do not get, then always there is, along with disappointment, we will blame either the situation or a person or some object. So there is, the mind is in turbulence, in turmoil. So how will the prasada come? What is placidity? Calmness of the mind. So that is why the rāga and dveṣa, we must, now I told you how to go beyond it. And I said that this, our life itself gives us so much opportunity to go beyond it. You see, from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep, if you reflect, if you reflect, say some time of the day when you are free, if you reflect, sometimes even when we are in the midst of some situations and the mind gets agitated, you can reflect even at that time. And you can self-examine and see that, oh, I spoke like this because I was under the sway of rāga and dveṣa. I expect some behavior from this person. That is why, since the behavior was not met, I felt annoyed and I spoke this. Whether it's a behavior or some kind of gain or some anything. Are you getting it? So, our whole life, every moment we want to live the Bhagavad Gita. So, every moment we can actually look into ourselves and see whether we are under the sway of rāga and dveṣa or not. Is it very difficult to do? Will you take to that practice? How many? Okay. I know it takes over. I'm a human being. And I have also gone through this. It takes over. So her question is very good. She is saying that we may do the practice, but we get swayed over and we stop the introspection and the self-examination. And the mind goes to other things. So that is why, it is not disjointed. This knowledge is not disjointed. The practices are all joined together. So I told you that I will say some shlokas from Vivek Chudamani. I'll coming to that. I'll tell you how we should then make the practice effective. We have to be effective. Now, this says that, next shloka says, 2.65, prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajayate. Now, if I think that you have taken to reading Bhagavad Gita, these should be taken to heart. What? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasyopajayate. It says, when the mind is placid in such placidity, dissolution of all sorrows take place. So do you want to be joyful or sorrowful? Huh? I think most of you want to remain sorrowful. See, nobody is replying. I would have expected you would say, like children, joyful. You were just thinking whether I should say joyful or sorrowful. Is it not? Why it is not coming spontaneously from you that I want to become joyful. I do not want to become sorrowful. You all are thinking that it's not possible. That is why you don't reply. Is it possible? Oh, my saying that, is it possible? All this, we are also reading Bhagavad Gita, but is it possible? So you want to become joyful or sorrowful? Joyful. Swasmin sada kridati nandati swayam nirantara anandarasena tripta. You know, I have a lot of love for shlokas which Swamiji had instilled in me. So, you must remind me where I was, because when I start telling something else, I forget where I was. So Swamiji instilled that love for shlokas in me. Once we were in Kharagpur IIT at that time, and Swamiji used to come to Jamshedpur. Every year he comes. This was the 59th year last November, that without break except for the COVID years, every year he has gone. He says that it is a grace of God that there are people to arrange programs, and the speaker also helps to go there every day in the same month. Every year in February, somehow he has been able to go. Till this time, he's quite old now. So anyway, many years back, it must be 1985 or so. So I used to go in the year, say 74 or so, when I started writing to Baba Gangadhar Paramhamsa, and stepped into this path of spirituality. I was 23 years old, just about to be 24. So I used to go, I was in Delhi, I grew up in Delhi. So I wanted to go somewhere where I could meditate. So I heard that there is an Aurobindo Society who have a hall. So I used to go there from the university. I will take a bus. And those days, so much of conveyances were not there. So I would get down somewhere and walk about 20 minutes or 25 minutes to reach the place. I would feel I'm, as if flying. Only one thought was there, that I was young. So as if I'm flying and going. And that place was actually a rented place. And the next building, one uncle and auntie used to stay. They were in charge of that society. So many times when the time that I used to go, it will be locked, because they had an opening time. So I would go to that uncle and auntie's house and knock at their door. And they were very sweet to me. So they would give me the key to enter the meditation hall. And they would tell me that auntie was, auntie, because she's an auntie. So she would say, "Beta, तुम बड़े थके हुए दिखते हो, तो पहले बैठ के थोड़ा चाय वाय पी लो." So that is, daughter, you are looking very tired, so first you take some tea and snacks. So some days I would take that also. Then I would go for meditating. So there, one day when I went, they were just leaving. So not to disappoint me, they gave me the key and said, "We'll come back in an hour. So today there is a surprise for you." And they handed me over a cassette player. Never seen a cassette player at that time. It was 1974 in India. Cassette player was very uncommon at that time. And they gave me one cassette and said that you can play and listen. So I was listening. It was Mother's music, Sri Aurobindo Ashram Mother's music. And then was Guru Stotra. Beautiful Guru Stotra. So I played and played and played and learned it fully. So that Guru Stotra I knew, and some tunes which we sing now, it got later on a little bit different. So I knew that. And from Kharagpur, once we went to Jamshedpur in 1985, so you can understand 10 years have passed. I was still in the household. Swamiji had come there. Swamiji, there was an informal satsang. Many devotees were sitting, but Swamiji had not yet come out from his room. So people were singing bhajans. So they asked me that, can you sing a bhajan? I said that I don't know anything except Rabindra Sangeet, and I know Guru Stotra. So I chanted Guru Stotra. And Swamiji, then I was chanting with my eyes closed. When I opened the eyes, I found Swamiji seated in his seat, and he laughed. Sometimes he laughs, He said, oh, it's very nice. Where did you learn and all that? And he corrected some pronunciations. And he said that, I will teach you slokas. Then at that time, from the ashram, one Mananamala was just printed, a collection of slokas Swamiji had collected on bhakti, jnana, vairagya, etc. And from various scriptures. That is not in publication anymore. So he taught me 2 slokas. And so that gave me so much of affinity for slokas. So I went home and then I started chanting other slokas. The meanings are also given, the slokas and the meanings. Then I got some other books from Gita Press and other books of slokas and chanted. So and tunes will come from the mind. Swamiji had asked me to leave my job when I went to Kharagpur. He said that, by choice, try not to get employed anymore. So when I went from Kolkata, I went there, I had left my job. And I was so happy that ever since I was conscious, I have only read and given exam, only study and give exams. And then I was doing research. And now, after everything, I was studying. As soon as I finished my research, I got a job in a college. So I was teaching, preparing lectures. So always like that, when Swamiji asked me to do research in Bhagavad Gita, leaving my job, and when there in Kharagpur, it is just like a forest, The place where we lived, it was Dandakaranya. You can understand how many trees it might be there, and that old trees of what we find in our epics. So what is the main important thing is that I was, so the whole day or whatever time I got, I would only learn shlokas and chant. The tunes used to come from my own within. So I wrote to Swamiji, and when Swamiji came again, I chanted some slokas. Swamiji said, oh, very good, and encouraged me. And he used to send me shlokas to learn. He's gone back to Kerala, and he would write the shlokas in his hand because it is not laptop. Now you can type Devanagari and all that. So in a paper, he would type the meanings, and the shloka he used to write in his own hand. And many shlokas from Shankaracharya's many compositions on jnana, vairagya and all that, he used to send me to learn. So I'm very fond of learning shlokas, and these shlokas, when I read, I feel that every word, if you squeeze them, honey will come. It is, honey drops will fall. So when we read, and why I started saying this, prasade sarvadukkhanam hani rasyopajayate. I think just reading it and keeping the mind closed, this prasada word can be, felt inside. You are asking me how to live this knowledge. This is how we have to live the knowledge. It's not that you make a habit, every day I will read 1 chapter or 2 chapters. That is mechanical. That you are doing, that austerity is good. Compared to anything else, it is good. But don't stop there. Squeeze every word. Prasada. What is this prasada? If placidity word we understand, just stop and feel that placidity inside yourself. And when you get into your active world, as soon as you lose that placidity, you should try to think, why did I lose the placidity? What is behind it? why did my mind again got into disturbance? And we will find that there has been either some desire or some expectation or some possessiveness or some ego. Find it out. You were asking me how to go beyond this rāga and dveṣa. The mind goes away. It has to be practiced. And don't say, we are very busy, we are very busy, we are very busy. If you look at our lives, you cannot be more busy than us. Cannot be more busy. Just like, say, I'm coming, I'm just telling about myself. Don't think that I'm saying boastingly or egoistically. I'm just telling, sharing with you. You are all my children, So I'm telling you very, very, what to say? You all use this word. To be honest, this is one thing in America everybody say. To be honest, you have to be honest. Why do you have to say this word? To be honest. To be honest. So, don't you use it? Always. You have to be honest only. So why do you have to say that I am honest? That means otherwise you are not honest, right? So many times you are not what you really think, you are saying something else. Only when you are saying to be honest, you are saying what is in your mind. Straightforwardness. This is Arjava. In 13th chapter there is a sloka. Amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, rājavam. These are the qualities. There are many other qualities. 20 qualities are there of jnana. If you really want that jnana to enter you, you have to have these qualities. What is that? Amanitvam. That is, you should not have an expectation that everybody will respect you, honor you, praise you, etc. Adambhitvam, you should not be boastful. Ahimsa, you should not have any kind of ill feeling for others, not even in your mind. Kshanti, that is forgiveness. You must have tolerance. Arjavam, straightforwardness. What you feel in the mind, you should be that. So to be honest, leave it now, from today. So, now see, I have forgotten what I was trying to say honestly. So, yes, thank you. So, when this thing comes, how will the retreat timings be? So, retreat timings, it was shown to me. There was a lot of thought about it. And then, so I, after breakfast, I get about a 45 minutes or so. Then also, today there was phone call, very urgent phone calls from the ashram. So I could not prepare anything. I could not even look into at least you have to think what to say. So at least that thought remains in the mind that I have to think a little bit. So could not do that. Then we came for the Pushpa Samarpanam. And pranam and this thing, rushed back. And then I had a little time. And in that, my laptop, it was not showing me my notes. So a lot of problem. So I thought that, okay, whatever comes to my mind, that let it go. And in that also, there was, again, I don't remember what, could not, and rushed back here, and I am sitting here talking to you. So I was thinking, somebody told me you could have talked seen a little bit yesterday. Sanjay had to print out. So Sanjay must have thought that Ma could have given me yesterday. But yesterday I couldn't, because yesterday also there was phone call from the ashram, and some devotees have come newly, or they wanted to meet me. So this is our life. We are constantly meeting people, constantly being available to people in the phone, and what else, I don't know. So you cannot say you are busy. This is the point. Everybody says I am busy, but I say that you may be busy. Yes, everybody is busy, I understand. I also don't say that you are not busy. And I also really, in America, I always feel that how do you do so much work? Looking after the, family, then children, their own work, then social. You have got lot of social get-togethers, cooking for 100 people and 50 people. I'm finding every day, and then driving so much, and then taking the children to dance class, music class, this class, that class. How do you manage? You have no help. So I really adore you, all of you. So, but there are some times which are our own, and I have found it. There you cannot say, you cannot do. The time when we take bath, nobody can disturb you. The time when you wear your dresses, nobody can disturb you. At least that much time, even if it is half an hour, nobody can disturb you. When you have just gone to bed, that time is yours. When you get up in the morning also, that time is yours. And there may be other timings also. You have to find out your time, that whether you are wasting time, whether you can manage to have. So in that, what will you think? That self-examination, a little bit. And also, bringing the mind again and again on the thought of the self, Brahman, God, whatever you want to think about. Or as I was saying, this prasada word, keep quiet and think about it. When you are cooking also you can do. We will be taking these days, these phones are absolutely, they are very useful, no doubt. But that is why we are able to manage all our centers through WhatsApp. And ashram also we have come here, and all of you are doing that only. But we'll be cooking with the phone like this. So similarly, there are so many other words and phrases which we can simply drink the nectar out of it. So it says, prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishthate. This is Bhagavad Gita 2.65. So in such placidity, dissolution of sorrows take place. All the sorrow will go away. Then when the sorrow go away, there is no grief. There is no turmoil in the mind, no affliction in the mind. Naturally, the mind will be placid. And for one with a placid mind, the intelligence soon becomes poised and steady. When the intelligence becomes poised and steady, that is, it shines. It shines. It becomes sattvika in nature. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate. That is the sattvika nature of anybody. You will find that your mind is always lighted up. You can understand where you are going wrong, what thought is wrong, what movement of your mind is good and what is bad, what you should pluck away and what you should put in. Unless you show a torch, suppose if the room is very dark, now how to find the door? And suppose somebody puts on the torch, shows the door, we can go out. If it is not there, if there is no light, how will they understand? So this prakasha should be there. The buddhi must be sattvika. And now if you ask me, how to do it in these 3 days, on 3.5 days, we'll not be able to say everything. But I am saying the method. Try to understand, what is this prasanna chetasaha? What is this prasanna chetasaha? That is the intelligence, the mind which is placid. So try to feel that placid mind. And intelligence becomes poised. When the intelligence becomes poised, you do self-examination. In that situation, my reaction was very good. So the intelligence worked in a very enlightened manner. the intelligence actually gives direction to the mind, not to go behind the senses, which are very naughty and they only want to distract us. So, the intelligence becomes poised and steady. Then, in 6th chapter, 15th sloka, say 5th chapter, 15th sloka, it says, Yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi niyatamaanasaha shantim nirvana paramam matsamstham adhigacchati. Yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi niyatamaanasaha shantim nirvana paramam matsamstham adhigacchati. It says, the one who is doing the yoga, practicing yoga, pursuing yoga, with sufficient mind restraint, niyata-manasaha. This mind restraint is very, very essential. So, if you say how to go beyond rāga and dveṣa, I am practicing, but I find that again and again I am getting allured by some things which are attractive and repelled by what I don't like. So, unless the mind is restrained, the rāga and dveṣa will remain. The mind has to be restrained. So, how it is to be restrained? By practice. In day-to-day, taking all the events and episodes of the day to be an opportunity for doing this self-examination and see that did I try to go beyond rāga and dveṣa, or was I under the sway of it? Do you get? So this, if we have an aim like this, then you will find the practice alone will make you do it automatically, spontaneously. Nobody will have to remind you. It will be done. And then it says, Yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi niyatamaanasaha shantim nirvana paramam. And so with sufficient mind restraint, constantly striving to spiritually unite himself, attains to the quietude of nirvana, redemption, and attains my state. That is, through this constant self-examination, that is something that is there in one sloka, rāga dveṣa viyuktis. So here it is what it is saying, that try to remain connected to the self. So rāga dveṣa self-examination you are doing. Whenever you are getting time, also think of the self, the soul, or the all-pervading self, or Bhagavan, who is also all-pervading. See his form, love him, and feel him that he is everywhere. Everywhere. In many other slokas, Krishna is telling Arjuna that he is everywhere. See him everywhere. He is in everything. He is at every time. He is in my up there, below there, in my sides, around me. He is everywhere at every time, in everything. So, these thoughts also, try to feel it. Do I feel it? No, I don't feel it. I feel when I go to nature, maybe a little bit. But when I'm in the midst of human beings, not at all. So how to bring that one kind of sameness? Why do we love you all? I said that you are just like my children. I think that I am not saying just like that. Maybe I'm not getting chance to meet all of you personally, but each face is in my heart like a child. and the love flows. A feeling of welfare flows. Some faces are a little grim. When it becomes cheerful, we feel happy. Some faces are very already bright. When it becomes brighter, we feel happy. But this welfare feeling, wherever you go, even if we meet one person, there is one lady came in our ashram one day. Somebody said that a lady has come to sell garden tools. So garden tools, it's not like America that we get garden tools in big, what is that, Home Depot or something like that. So we get, definitely there are shops, but from the village also, they are very poor actually. They make it in themselves. And so I asked everybody, and for all these things, they will ask, Amma, you please tell whether we should. I said that whether you need a knife, whether you need something in the garden, how do I know? So ask everybody. So anyway, I went there. And then one by one they said, I need this, I need that. In the Annakshetra we need this. In Swamiji's kitchen we need this. And then, so whatever this lady had, we took. And they were of good quality. And then suddenly the men workers who work in the garden, we have got a big coconut garden. So they work with, many kinds of things. So they came and said that this thing has broken, that thing has broken. I said, very good. How were you working all these days? Only because this lady has come. Now you are saying that it has broken, that has broken. We did not have it for 3 months now. This is very strange. Then what were you doing all these days? So anyway, they said that, and the lady said that I don't have, but I can take an order and bring. Her husband makes them. So okay. Then where from are you coming? Palakkad. From Palakkad she has come here to Thrissur to sell these things. So she must have started long back. So please take food. So food was given, some money was given for transport. She's talking of her poverty. And after that, after some days, when she made those items, she again came, and again Amma is called. So I went there again. Now she has brought so many other items, saying that we have this also, that also, and please take it, please take it. So why I said this, we met that woman maybe once or twice, but we feel for her poverty. So the other day, just before we came, I was called that we have got intercom system in our. So I got a phone call. That lady has come. That lady has come. I said that we don't have anything else to buy, and the second time we bought things amounting to 7,000 something. Even Notan Swamiji was questioning that how so much money has been spent on the garden tools. So I said that, please leave me, I don't want to take any decision. She has come again with items. So no, she has not come to sell anything. Her husband has passed away suddenly. Lot of problem, and that few days before, her husband has suddenly passed away, and she has got 3 children. So she has no money. Somehow she has come thinking that we can help her, at least with the education of the children. This is what. So these things, it touches us. We are doing something for her. And so I was saying that whoever comes, even at auto wala, taxi wala, even if they come for one time, they remain in our mind. So why did I say this? I forgot anyway. So I was saying that in nature we may find God everywhere, but in human beings we do not find. So this is also a practice. We must feel, why are we feeling happy with whom in the midst of whomever we like? Family, friends, And some people whom we don't like, we don't want to meet them actually. So why is it so? And why is it that our mind doesn't go from this small circle or an extended circle? It doesn't expand everywhere. But in Bhagavad Gita it is written that in all the beings I am there, think that I am there, and also the beings are in me. And also so many other slokas. So many other slokas are there which tells about that the one who sees me everywhere is the actual seer. So these things, when we read, I would say very much that you give a little time, go slow if necessary, but give a little time for introspection every day. With little words, am I able to take it? Am I able to apply it in my life? So I was telling you that don't tell me that you are busy. And I told you that some periods of time are only hours when nobody can disturb us. And I also would tell, if there is an yearning, a feeling that I must get more time to just sit and introspect, or there is a better way to introspect is to write about your own mind. Picture your mind. I had been keeping spiritual diary from the time I stepped into this path. And I would write, not that I went there, I saw this one, I met this person, ate this thing, not like that. What the mind has been thinking. Why did it think so? What did I do to improve it? Why is it that my yearning is not becoming 100%? What are the things which I'm still expecting? And why the mind goes away? You were asking me, na? So I said, I am also a human being. It is very, very, very common that it will happen. That is mind's nature. Mind will constantly think. You read the 16th chapter, how it has been described, Krishna is describing, that there is constantly a network of thoughts in the mind, and it will remain till the body dies. Till the body dies, the thoughts will never leave you. So we are in the grip of all that, but still how to come out of it? So we must find out whether we can get more time to be with oneself. You should not think that it is a practice to be with myself. And who is that me? My most beloved one, who animates me, who enlivens me, who makes me active in this world, and that presence is everywhere. The presence which is within me, which animates me and enlivens me, makes me talk, makes me walk, make me hear, make me see, that presence is everywhere. And that presence is everywhere, but inside my mind, I can talk to it. I can feel it. If I look into myself and give a little time. So do that. He's the most nearest and dearest one. Even with your husband, if you want to talk, you will say, are you free now? Can we find a common time when both are free? Even with children. So, this one, the one which is the indweller, is so near that you don't have to look for a time or any opportunity or anything. You can simply run to it and be with it. Be with oneself. It is called self-seatedness. My dear children, unless you try this, it's so beautiful. You will not feel like having, you will feel that yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhigam tataha. You will feel that there is no other company is as beautiful as this. As beautiful as this. And till you reach that, I'm not saying that from this evening onwards you will be able to, you have to practice it. And till we go there, till we understand it, you will find that you will be distracted many times. But what will help you is the introspection, self-examination. Why is it that I am not having to do? So I was talking about writing a spiritual diary. Be true to oneself. Write. If you see my diaries, I've never crossed anything, handwritten, never crossed any word. Not thinking that suppose somebody reads my diary, then they should feel that I am a very good person with lot of qualities. Not like that. Whatever I am. And later on, when I read out many diaries to Swamiji told, the diary writing should be like picturing one's own mind. Like we take picture, at that time, suppose my face is a little tilted also, the picture has come. We may not like it, but the picture has been taken by somebody. So, don't try to write what you are not. Just write what you feel. And then analyze or give a sankalpa in your mind or resolution that it was not good. My picture has come out to be very bad, so I must make it better. This should be there. So it says, Shantim Nirvana Paramam. Shanti you will get. And I think all of us want that Shanti. Placidity, Shanti, all are same. Calmness of the mind, tranquility of the mind. And that so many shlokas are there. Yo antas sukho antararamaha tathantar yoti revacha. I don't know the numbers. If anybody can help me with the numbers. Some of you are knowing the Bhagavad Gita by heart. 5th chapter. Yo antas sukho antararamaha tathantar jyoti revayaha sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto dhigacchati. That is 5.24. 5th chapter, 24th shloka. Yo antas sukhaha. The yogi who lives with inner happiness. What are we looking for? Outer happiness. Right? From objects of the world. It may be family, it may be children, it may be possessions, it may be name, fame, prestige, honor, all those things. So, the yogi who lives with inner happiness never revels within himself. Revels within himself. Yo antas sukhaha antararamaha. Antararama, he revels within himself. He doesn't want anything outside. So that is what I said. If you practice to be with yourself, you will find all that. You will have happiness which does not depend on any object. Any object. When we grow old, we cannot go out anywhere. People will not be, in almost old people, they are neglected. The young people, they do not want to talk with the old people because the old people will be constantly saying repeatedly the same thing. I am also old. Or I can say I am very young, 75 years young. Atma is new. So when you start having this self-seatedness, your age will decrease. Age will decrease. Atma is new. That is why Nutan Swamiji. So this antararamaha, you have to have happiness inside yourself. And I was saying that this inner happiness, inner joy, I think everybody should try to think about it. When we become old, our indriyas, our sense organs will not be working. There was one lady who said that I used to read a lot. Now my eyes have become bad. She has some glaucoma problem, vision problem. not able to read anymore. So then she said, so I'm listening a lot. I said that we can listen, but suppose the ears also become bad, then what will we do? She said, right, ears also can become bad. I said, suppose we lie in the bed and we do not have any strength even to get up, always feeling that nobody is looking after me properly, always dependent on something. We do not want that, but who knows? We have to be dependent. In all such circumstances, how will be relieved? Only if right from the beginning we are self-seated. That will be there with us. We will not lose anything. Because that inner joy and inner happiness will not be dependent on any outside sense organ. It is only inner, and it is spontaneous from the self, the inner presence, which is Satchidananda, which is always there, which is always a presence, a consciousness, and it is joyful, delightful. That is why it says, Swasmin sada kridati nandati swayam nirantaranandarasena triptaha. This is from Viveka Chudamani. That you always try to be within yourself. Make a practice of looking within. Sada. Sada means what? Always. Swasmin sada. And kridati means sport within oneself. We want to have merriment from everywhere. From mixing with people, going to the parties, going out for dinner, or get together in the house, sightseeing. All those things are very good. Do that. But you should try to do this also, so that you have love for this, and you will be finding that when you have love for this and you are practicing this, other things, even if you do not get, you will not feel disappointed. You will not feel disappointed or depressed. That is what happens when we grow old. Many things we are not able to do. Some people are not able to reconcile. They suffer so much. We meet so many people who say that I was able to do so many things, I could walk so much, I could do so much work. And thinking about that, they are now so upset, so upset. However much you try to tell them, they don't listen. So, Swasmin sada kridati nandati swayam. Sport into yourself and rejoice in yourself, which will then allow you to have the taste of Ananda Rasa. What is Ananda Rasa? The nectarine juice of delight. When we are scorched by heat, etc., we want a very cool drink, right? And here all the glasses are big. So, and everything iced. So, cool drink we want. This is nirantara. And that one glass of drink if you take is over. Here it is what? Nirantara. Nirantara means eternal, ceaseless. And drinking that, what you become? Triptaha. Nirantara anandarasena triptaha. Contented. No more. So many questions. So today I stop here. Let me see what are the questions. Let me see whether I can reply your questions. Maji, share the Aurobindo song which you mentioned in your talk today. No, Sri Aurobindo's song I did not hear. I heard the mother's music. Oh, Rabindra Sangeet. Balagopal Rajagopal. Who is that? Acha. Rabindra Sangeet. My voice is not good these days. You want to hear a Rabindra Sangeet from me? Huh? No, mother's song is not Rabindra Sangeet. A mother's song. Rabindra Sangeet, mother's song is not there, but I can sing a Shama Sangeet. Shall I sing? But please excuse me if my voice goes here and there. Shakuli tomari ichha, ichha moi tara tumi, tomar karmo tumi karo ma, loke bole kori ami. Shakuli tomari ichha, তুমি যন্ত্র আমি যন্ত্রী তুমি সরি আমি যন্ত্র তুমি যন্ত্রী আমি ঘর তুমি ঘরণী আমি রথ তুমি রথী যেমন চালাও তেমনি চলি সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা ইচ্ছাময়ী তারা তুমি তোমার কর্ম তুমি করো মা লোকে বলে করি আমি সকলি তোমারি ইচ্ছা. I tell you the meaning? Yes, these are all Shama Sangeet for Kali Mother. I also sang this in the Kali Mandir here. So every year we generally go there. We know them very well. So this says, Shakuli Tomar Ichha. Everything, O Mother, everything is your wish. Ichha Tara Tumi. You are Ichha Ma Kali's another name is Tara. So you are Ichhamai, that you are the one who has all the wishes and who also fulfills the wishes. Tomar karmo tumi karoma. Every work is yours, given to us by you. Loke bole koriyami. But people think, I am doing. I am doing. So I missed one stanza I didn't sing. The last stanza is Ami jantro tumi jantri. I am the instrument and you are the master. Ami ghor tumi ghoroni. I am the house and you are the master of the house. Ami rotho tumi rothi. I am the chariot and you are the charioteer. Jamon chalao temni choli. The way you drive me, I get driven like that. Shakuli tomar ichha. No name. So no name I'll take later. No name. Why no name? Okay. What made you leave householder and become sannyasi? How did Guru influence you? Whose is this? Yours? What have you written the second? How did Guru influence you in his teachings? Association. I first got associated. I first came to know about Swamiji's Gurudev. I didn't know Swamiji at that time, but I came to know of Swamiji, and I told you at the age of 23, I was having a lot of feeling that this world is impermanent. Feeling, though everything was very good in my family, everything was okay. But still, I think it's Devanugraha Hetugam, God had to do it. So he developed this feeling in me that this world is impermanent, fleeting, transitory. No joy is there forever. It gets over. So is there anything permanent in this life? That was my quest. And I used to cry Nobody would know that I'm crying. At night, this was like a heavy load in my heart. And I used to weep, talking to my God. And this talking to my God also is a story that my mother had given a habit from very childhood, that God is within you, pray to God and tell him to make you a good girl. So that is why God became my friend. I would talk to God. So then I came to know of Baba, and this heaviness actually was so much that I didn't know who is going to reply me. And when I came to know Baba, I wrote that this is my condition, and he replied me. And then when Baba was in his last moments, at that time had gone there, and Swamiji had come there to see Baba. So then Baba actually handed the spiritual journey. Baba knew that he is not going to live anymore. So he told Swamiji to take charge of the spiritual journey. So it was Baba's association. I was teaching in Kolkata. So anytime, 2 days, 3 days, we simply go to Baba. It's very, rail connections were very bad, very near to Calcutta, but it used to take 7-8 hours. And trains were also very bad, but we'll spend 3 days or so and come back. People used to say that, are you not afraid just locking the door and going away? So we said, that attraction to go and be near him. He was not like Swamiji, not talk much. He will be silently absorbed into himself. If you asked him some question, he will reply. And most of his replies were through a story. He will tell some story. So the essence is, but he would tell us, you go to my library, in one room all his books were there, in a shelf, 2 shelves were there. So you see this, say, I'm just taking example, say from the top, see the 3rd shelf, from the left, see the 5th book, open that book, in that page, I have written my comments. It was like this. And so when that last visit, when I met Swamiji told me to write every 15 days. So it was not physical association, but association through letters. Even as long as Baba was there in his body, it was association with letters. I used to write letters, and I would be very open. I would not feel that, oh, what will Baba think, such a silly girl? Such a silly girl asking me such silly questions. Or even to Swamiji, that I would write that Swamiji have asked me to read Bhagavatam. For so many days I was feeling very happy reading it. Now I don't feel any interest. So I'm not reading it. So how to overcome that? So I never felt, that I should not say like that. I always felt I should be open to my Guru. Otherwise, how will he guide me? And I think this thought came because in Baba's second letter, Baba had written that when a patient goes to the doctor, the doctor must know everything about the patient's disease, the history. Otherwise, how will he give medicine? Similarly, I must meet you, listen to you, and then only I can guide you properly. So I think that young age, that was the thought, that I must be very open. Shall I? Na khidyate no vishayaih pramodate na sajjate napi virajyate cha swasmin sada क्रीडति नन्दति स्वयं निरन्तरानन्दरसेन तृप्तः न खिद्यते नो विषयैः प्रमोदते न सज्जते नापि विरज्यते च स्वस्मिन् सदा क्रीडति नन्दति स्वयं निरन्तरानन्दरसेन तृप्तः निरन्तरानन्दरसेन तृप्तः nirantaranandarasena triptaha. Jai Guru, Jai Guru.